The Governor of Abia State, members of the State Executive here present, local officers of Nigeria here with me, and all other staff of the University, senior management staff of NOUN, heads of federal and state institutions here present, lot of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, it is with profound respect, institutional humility, and a strong sense of nationality that I stand before you today on this courtesy visit. I wish to most sincerely begin by thanking Your Excellency for graciously granting us this audience. We are fully conscious that the demands of governance are enormous, and that public office, by its very nature, is governed by the discipline of time. We will recall that there have been some adjustments for this meeting, which courtesy clock to hold. We really appreciate you. I bring to you, Your Excellency, the warm greetings and the goodwill of the Governing Council of the University of Nigeria, the Senate, management, staff, and the students. Your Excellency, on the function of office as Vice-Chancellor, I became the 6th Vice-Chancellor of the University of Nigeria, and by the grace of God, the 1st from the Southeast region. Your Excellency, this information is not because of its regional importance, but it is to reflect that our institution is one that involves inclusiveness and the national character of NOUN. That's about the only university where you have that kind of succession that represents every part of the country. Even while the discussion was going on, you know that people from all parts of this country are here. That shows the unique nature of the University of Nigeria. Thank you. Your Excellency, in Igbo land, I say in case that is what we do in NOUN. We emphasize inclusivity. We emphasize that everybody has opportunity of being who he is. The University of Nigeria currently operates over 128 study centers across the Federation. These are centers, not merely facultative purposes. They are instruments of access, equity, and educational inclusion. However, a reflective national assessment reveals that the Southeast Geographical Zone, despite its strong intellectual tradition, deep educational culture, and long-standing contribution to national development, currently hosts only 8 of such study centers. It becomes even more instructive when placed within historical context. The Southeast, and Abia State in particular, occupies a distinguished place in Nigerian intellectual evolution. It is the land that produced some of the finest academic minds in this country, including pioneering figures like Professor Enin Joko, the pioneer Vice-Chancellor of the University of Lagos, a foundational architect of modern university education in Nigeria, alongside other eminent Abians. This legacy reaffirms that this region is not lacking in intellectual capital. Rather, it underscores a structural imbalance in access to educational infrastructure that calls for thoughtful correction. For education is not merely a social service. It is the architecture of national possibility. When access is uneven, opportunity becomes uneven. And where opportunity is uneven, development becomes structurally distorted. Your Excellency, Abia State already occupies an important position within the National University of Nigeria with 2 study centers. However, I wish to remark, Your Excellency, that until 2 years ago, in Abia State, we didn't have a permanent study center. I want to thank you because it was within the administration that after about 24 years of existence, we were able to get a permanent study center in Abia State. Thank you, Your Excellency. The second study center in Abia State is in Asaga, Ohafia. Your Excellency, when I mentioned that study center, it is not as a position of personal pride, but for the reason why I'm here. I, as the Vice-Chancellor academic, saw to the solution of that study center. Perhaps, let me say here, I used to come from Abia State. I was in Abia State until I relocated. I'm from Asaga, so I'm from Abia State currently. So when we were saying Abia, we were those who sang Abia when I was elected in 1996. In 1990. Thank you, Your Excellency. We are here, Your Excellency, because having been part of expanding access in Abia State and being part of Abia State, I think that Abia State has a role to play. Aba is one of the largest cities in this country with diverse kind of individuals. And I think, Your Excellency, that National University of Nigeria should have a study center in Aba. We have therefore come to ask for partnership with Your Excellency to enable us to establish a study center in the city of Aba. Your Excellency, today when I entered into the Umuahia Study Center, I said it was a part of my address, but when I saw it, we would also want partnership with you to help us put that place in a better shape. I want to say here, Your Excellency, that the state capital study centers all over the 36 of the federation, the first place occupied when NOUN took off was in the state office of either PDP, either SDP or NAS, where the government had taken over that place. Government provided the infrastructure for the takeoff. So most of our study centers, state capital study centers, they are given to us by the state government. And that's why we appreciate your effort. And we want to ask Your Excellency that we will continue to partner in making sure that that study center in Umuahia is befitting. We've done much, but it's a partnership. And for our study center, we are ready to partner with you, but Your Excellency, we are asking for a land. We are asking for policy direction. We are asking for your support to enable us give Aba a befitting study center, to enable Abians enjoy the gains of open and distant learning. Open and distant learning is the way to go in the 21st century. We talk about access to education. The conventional universities have realized that their structure cannot provide that kind of access. That is why almost all conventional universities are now trying to adapt the open and distant learning mode. And we are happy that NOUN is not only the foremost ODL institution in Nigeria, it is one of the biggest universities in the African continent. And we have the capacity to help education thrive in Nigeria. And I don't want my people of Southeast to be left out. I want to appreciate Your Excellency because I wrote to three governors from the Southeast upon adoption of office. You are the first to grant me audience. On that note, Your Excellency, let me not bore you. We are grateful. From the depth of our heart, we say thank you for your hospitality.
Do what you have to do, and that is what learning has become. Distant, open, virtual, and today Zoom and Google and all the platforms for distance learning and virtual meetings have become the order of the day. So we have no choice but to embrace it. I want to thank you for the good job that you're doing in Nigerian Open University, National Open University. I'm also happy that we have study centers in Asaga, Ohafia, and of course the one in the state capital. On your request to support in upgrading the place, I would like the Honorable Commissioner for Tertiary Education to take that up together with other members of the team. Let's have a look and see how we can support them to upgrade the place. Then on the request for a study center in Aba, I think that one is a no-brainer. It has to be done.
Thank you, sir.
So the General Manager of the Greater Aba Development Authority, Architect Uche Ukeje, please take that up and let's find a place for them. Maybe we need to find a place that they will operate from on a temporary basis, and then because before you start and finish building, it will probably take a long time. So you can start from a temporary place, and then we will now be thinking of a permanent site, which will be a fairly longer term project. So I want to once again congratulate you for the position you occupy for all of us, and encourage you to keep doing what you're doing. You have our support. This is a government that pays a lot of attention to education. In the last 3 years, 20% of our budget has gone to education. Very soon, we'll be commissioning about 3 smart schools within this month. We are renovating a lot of schools. When you go around, you can also check. But most importantly, we've also hired a lot of teachers, and we are training and retraining the teachers so that they can also be upgraded to what education is today, not what it was in the yesteryears. So I want to say that you have come to the right place.
Thank you, sir.
And I will give you any support that you require. So fortunately, the Honorable Commissioner, you pass her house to go to your own. so she will get on top of it and liaise with you, and we'll see how we can support you. So once again, I want to thank you for this visit, and I pray that as you go back, that God will lead you back safely. Thank you very much.
This was the bag with which His Excellency President Olusegun Obasanjo attended the National University of Nigeria. He used to carry it with a lot of pride. And because of that, we believe that every big man should have this bag. So that's why we normally want to carry it along, because it has an institutional memory that it lives whenever we see it. In memory of Olusegun Obasanjo and all that he did. So it's our token. Put back this inside here. I wanted to emphasize the bag. It's our backpack.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah, the back should be in front.
Okay.
Your phone, sir.